All right, well, let's get to the big move, which, of course, is one of the reasons you're on the Sheffield United way. How did the move to England in 2006 happen?
I don't think I ever told this story to actually online or something. It's actually it's crazy, and I don't even know if I should say it.
You should say it.
Yeah, you should.
When I arrived in Sheffield, what happened is I was meant to sign for Choice, and Choice gave me. I was end of contract, and they gave me the best contract I ever had for the club at the time because I was playing for the French national team under 21, and I was a big prospect at the time. So they give me the best contract, which I declined because teams like Bordeaux were interested, at Marseille were interested, and another team. So I said, look, it's not for me. I think I've done my time here, and I'm willing to go somewhere else. And they wanted me as a substitute of, I forgot the name, but Shamak, who was meant to be the first striker, and I was to be substitute. And I was fine with that because I know I would learn a lot. And then I went home, and 2 days after, I've been told that those teams who offered me a contract don't want me anymore. And I never understood why. And then I've been told that someone for Choice contacted them and says silly stuff about me. So I went back to Choice and I said, look, I'm accepting your contract. And they say, no. We want you, but we will sign you only after the summer, after the preseason. So we want you to go home, do your preseason. When you're back, we're going to go in preseason and then we will sign you. And that broke my heart. I was like, what I'm going to do? So I went back home and one agent contacted me and said, look, there's a club who are interested to sign you. I said, which club? And said, it's an English club. I said, what league? Say, I can't tell you. I said, well, who's the manager? I said, I can't tell you. And he said, I will let you know. The manager is on holiday. He come back next week. And as soon as he tell me, he come back, I will phone you. And I said, okay. So I waited and I remember he phoned me on Sunday and said, the coach is there. I say, okay, tell me the team. Say, I can't tell you. I say, what league? Say, Premier League. I'm like, okay, just don't talk rubbish. He phoned me back on the Monday and say, okay, you need to go to Leeds Airport. Well, so your ticket at Charles de Gaulle, go get your ticket, and you will come in, and I will meet you at Leeds. And I told my mom, and my mom said, go. I said, no, I'm not gonna go. That's lies. I'm not gonna waste my time. Let me go play with my friends, try to get fit. And then that's it. She said, no, you're going. I said, I'm not going. She put me in a car, put my stuff in a car, drove me to the airport, and I saw the ticket, and I was, oh, okay, that's true. I arrived in Sheffield, and I waited 1 hour. I arrived in Leeds. I waited 1 hour just outside the airport. The agent never came. He came like 1 hour late, picked me up, drove me to Sheffield, and said, look, you're going to sign for Sheffield United. We've got the contract. I'm not your real agent. That's when I can't say much than this. I'm not your real agent, but you're going to sign for Sheffield United. And I said, all right. So the Wednesday, that was on Tuesday, the Wednesday. So I stay at is that the Mercure Hotel or Novotel?
Mercure, yes.
Yeah, I was staying there. So the Wednesday morning, we went to Bramall Lane, and the coach was there, and I couldn't speak any English at the time. And Neil Warnock say, "Hi, so you're your new player?" I'm like, "What are you saying? What are you saying?" I didn't know, and he said something. Do you understand if I say move your F ass, you must be fast? And I'm like, what's thing? And so everybody in the room started to laugh. And he said, that's your contract. And I'm like, okay, I didn't even look anything. I just signed.
Did you ever look at how much money you were being paid?
No.
Wow.
No, I didn't look. I went to, he said, okay, let's go to the medical. So I went to the medical. The guy said, okay, it's fine. And I went back home on the Wednesday night. And on Thursday, I was in a plane to go on holiday.
That's huge. Was that Neil Warnock that you met then, you say the coach?
Yeah.
Crazy. So did you know who Sheffield United were before coming to England?
I didn't even know I was signing for Sheffield United before I arrived at Bramall Lane, before he drove me to Sheffield.
Yeah, because you may not have known who we were, because obviously we got promoted that's the season before. So newly promoted side. I bet you were hoping that it was like Man United or Chelsea or someone like that deep down.
No. I would have known that. No. Honestly, I was very, very happy. Surprised, but I was so happy, and it made me. I started to go home, I remember, and learn a lot about the club, about the city, and place to avoid and place to go. Yeah.
If only we'd had the Sheffield United Way YouTube channel, Nick, back in 2006, and Christian would have been watching us to find out about Sheffield United.
Oh yes, 100%.
Yeah. That's a bit weird to think that, isn't it?
It is.
So what do you remember from your debut? It was a friendly match against Rotherham, is that right?
So when I arrived at Sheffield, the coach didn't really know me at all. He was just being told, and I was a good player, and I could be a big prospect for the team. And so when I arrived as a 9th striker, and I was the last striker of the team.
That sounds about right. No, for Neil Warnock, that's believable.
Yeah, there were like 8 or 7 strikers in front of me, and I was the last one. And
I can't even imagine there being that many, because all I remember is 3, 4. Wait, no, 4, 5. I'm just going through now.
Danny Webber, Adi Akinbaye, Rob Hulse,
Cabba,
Steve Cabba.
Cabba wasn't gone back then.
There were plenty. I was like, wow, I'm never gonna play. And so they went in I remember the first day of the preseason. They've done. So I arrived late because I didn't know what the training ground was, and I never drove on the wrong side of. Well, for me, it was the wrong side of the road, so I didn't even know how to get there. And I think it's a stranger who showed me the way. Like, he asked me to follow him, so I went there, arrived late, and they were doing. And I put my trainers on and say, we do the beep test, and I'm like, oh, first day beep test. I'm just back from holidays. It's gonna be hard. And I've done the beep test, and in football, I've done 11 when everybody done 17, 18, 19. I stopped at 11. I couldn't breathe. and I remember then Neil Warnock phoned my agent and say, what the fuck is that? Who did you bring me here? And I came home, and my agent told me that. I'm like, oh my God. But my agent told him, wait till he's got the ball in his feet, and then you will see. So the next day we touched the ball, and then I was good. He was impressed. He told me that he was impressed. So I was like, okay, that's good. We've done a lot of physical things, which I was the last. And they went in preseason in Ireland. So the full team went except me. The full squad, the full group, like I don't know how many players we were, I think 24 or something. They all went except me. The coach said, we don't take you, you stay here. And I stayed in Sheffield, and I had like 2 fitness coaches. One would take me in the morning and one would take me in the afternoon to work with me. And I've been running the whole time they were in Ireland.
Oh.
Yeah, it was awful. I used to come back to my hotel and cry because obviously I couldn't speak. So I was like doing what they were asking me to do without saying anything. And it was very, very hard. And in France, we are not used to this intensity of work. So it was quite difficult for me. And they came back, and the coach said it's going to take 16 players. And they're going to a preseason campaign in Holland. And so I wasn't even meant to be there. But before that, there was a friendly game in Rotterdam. And he took the players. I wasn't in the squad again. And while they were changing, he said, oh, Christian, you know what? Come in the squad. So I said, okay. So I changed. I watched the game. I was on the bench my first time. And I think we were losing 1-0. And it was like 10 minutes to go. And he said, Christian, just come in. And then I started to get the ball, do what I knew how to do, what I could do. And then I scored 1-1. And then he said, okay, Christian, you come with us in Holland. And I was, I think, the 17th player. And then I never left the first team after that.
Oh,
wow.
That's a great story, that, because it must have been horrible, like you said, coming to this country, not speaking any English, and then kind of Especially what Neil Warnock said about you, about the running. Oh, God, it must have been horrible.
I'm just thinking, Nick, like there needs to be, and I'm sure there is now, but player liaison officer, someone who would have at least been able to get you to the training ground and teach you how to drive in this country and just help you with the supermarket so you understood what everything you picked up was because you don't speak the language, and someone to set you up with an interpreter initially and then get you English lessons. It just seems like obvious stuff.
Everything was hard for me. Like the food was different. The only player who could speak French was David Sommeil, but he was living in Manchester. So after every training session, he would talk with me for 10, 15 minutes and he will drive away. So at some point, the club took me a English teacher, which I had only for 2 weeks. Because, after every preseason training, you can't walk, you can't speak, you just want to sleep. And that's when someone come to your house and start to talk to you in English. And like, I don't have time for this, I just want to sleep. So I told her, no, I can't do that anymore. So I started to, like I said, reading about the club, reading about the city, everything I could watch on TV just to learn English as fast as I can. I asked my best friend also to come and live with me so he could work, and then he will pick up the words and he will get at work and I will pick up the words and we get in training, come back home together and just try to. He told me what he learned and I told him what I learned, and that's the way we learn English.
And now you can speak French, English, and Scottish.
Scottish, and I can sing as well.
Oh, well, we might ask you to do that to close the interview. You can sing us out.